This conference will now be recorded.
Not me. No. I have, yeah, I did work on one 1970 something Ford, but nothing worked after I got done with it. So that's when I quit working on cars. That was just the brakes. I guess I did a clutch in a Subaru once. That lasted for 6 months.
Is that driver error?
It was the bolts rolling around inside error.
Those are not accessories.
You would have really enjoyed putting tracks on a bulldozer then, right? I was raised around bulldozers and every piece of heavy equipment you can name. We had a rubbish company in a city of around 95,000, the second largest rubbish hauler. Sold it in 91. My father started in 56. Started the year I was born.
That's cool. I like mom and pop businesses and family owned businesses. Yeah.
We were 59, and it's funny, there's 2 houses in Jeffers that have this weird stucco, and Scully has one of them, he's been trying to figure out who did it. And so we were looking at it the other day, and I'm like, didn't like Grandpa say something about some like splatter dash or something, and I thought it was like a My Little Pony. No, it's actually like a stuccoing technique, and there's this special brush, and I'm like, I've never seen that. I think I know who had that. All right, we can get started with a roll call of the council. Sally?
Here.
Wade?
Hi. Here.
Nihon?
Here.
Abernathy? Here. Hardy?
Here.
All right, we can stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We didn't have additional claims.
Yeah.
So we don't need to vote on additional claims. Public comment on non-agenda items. Second call for public comment on agenda items.
Good evening, this is Myron Walmo. I believe this year, 2025, excuse me, 2025 is coming out of the blocks like gangbusters. In that respect, I also believe that this governing body must embrace the term of transparency. There are so many issues that are heard in any meeting and never hear of them again. That being said, I would like to give some important issues that are of them unknown. For example, what happened to the white patrol vehicle that was in a wreck flipping a U-turn on a busy highway? And did the driver of the other vehicle that was taken to the hospital receive insurance payment, hush money? How about the results of the chief of police psych report? Along with the status of the SRO, comments from the school district board state that the SRO contract has been canceled. But talking to some of the parents who have children attending school, the chief of police is still spending excessive amounts of time at the school. For what? Where is the transparency on these issues that really need some answers? In a discussion on the IT company being vetted for the position, it was stated that the present IT person needed to be consulted for his input. Rather strange to get advice from a person that you're relieving from a cush position to give a valuable recommendation. I would like to think that this governing body works for the benefits of the residents of this community with ample transparency and not for the benefit of the members of this governing body by hiding, defending mistakes amid massive errors in judgment that are made by employees of this community. It's time to come clean and possibly make serious changes to the payroll supported by the taxpayers of this community. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, Myron.
Thank you.
Last call for public comment. All right, on to scheduled matters, the contract for auditor services.
I move to accept Olinus.
Sorry.
I move to accept Olinus for auditing service.
Second.
Public comment?
Nikki Hankins. I would urge you to contract with Dunning. As I stated last week, the town has used Oldness and Associates for over 12 years and change is necessary. I'm also kind of disappointed that at the meeting on Tuesday during the budget discussion, neither compensated absence or the potential increase for dispatch services were mentioned.
Second call for public comment? Last call for public comment. Discussion? Call in the vote then.
Aye.
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 I
Motion carries. Unscheduled matters. This is February 13th, I think is our next scheduled meeting unless you see something before then. Two items that we have so far is there's been a request for Madison County Housing Advisory as a new representative, so he's asked to come give a presentation. And then I have the MMIA initial benefits on whether or not we opt in so that we can at least start the ball rolling. So then in March, they know who's in, who's out, and then March will know what the plans are and what are available. Okay.
In March, we know what the plans are and what's available, but when do we have to let them know
It's
what
April.
plans are decided?
I'll make sure that it should be on the commission drive calendar.
Okay.
Those deadlines are on there as well.
Okay.
But and then we're still waiting for Department of Commerce contract, and then we should finalize the contract for the task order for the growth policy. Those are the items that I know are on there. And then I'm gathering annexation policy review. But I think that's going to be a work session first and then review. But we were talking about doing that and doing like a legislative work session, see what we want to do for the year and kind of plan it out. So if that works, we'll do that as a second meeting in February. Figure out what our plan is and what we have legal do and what we think we can do. Sound good? All right.
I move to adjourn.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you.
Just so you know, I did not forget, Brittany Hurst brought up about the amount of about $10,000 that was overcompensated. So just think about it, trying not to say anything if I don't know what I'm talking about. If I say something, I'm usually be really close to 100% on, or else I'll let you know I'm like high 90s or something. So just want to let you know. See, another thing I found out was you need to get see the letters. Well, I've never been seen. So that last Thursday, I asked what the heck it was. I didn't know. What heck it was. I asked like,
Called in.
no.
I don't know why. I actually didn't know we were having a meeting.
Claims. It was in there or something, because I said, no, it's on your computer. It's there, but my computer didn't.
Right.
I brought your supposed to do, but it's. So, well, I actually get the copy of it from stuff that's coming from emails like that, but everything that's on here, I don't see. When I get a sheet of paper here, that's what I've been doing. I never seen it. So I just. So I brought the computer back, because when, John gave it to me, when he gave it to me, he said, you know, what they're looking, you're driving. Not a great day. For vacation.
That's what it is.
You know, they're taking our. So I have to do it on their computer. I didn't see it. And in it, it was to everyone, but it did say something about it's been put in the packet. So when I asked. It's that little. It's that ruler at the red thing, like, says, John, there you go. And they said, I know it's actually. So John White looked and he said, no, it's not there. So he couldn't find it. So after he couldn't find it, so then, the mayor looked and she couldn't get it to work. So there was nothing on there. It wasn't on there. John White said, he just told her, he said, it's not on there. And so, but anyway, so now I do have it. So I just wanted to let you know. I mean, I think he's not shit together, at least pretty much. I know it's cray on me, but.
Keep in mind that your IT dropped the ball by doing that.
But I just, but it is hard to, I guess it's very hard to run a household. You didn't have a problem, huh? I'm struggling now. Half days. Well, we But you can also take a shower while out in the mailbox with me for a shower. When I was to get dressed, I mean, my husband was coming to pick me up with days from the hospital and make it run off as fast because we had no refrigerator in the house like that too.
What's that? Okay. I'll catch up with you there.
I know, I was like, I want to get over there.
Oh, okay, so you're out Monday? Oh, okay. All right.
That's morning.
All right, we'll catch up with you Monday.
I've got. Right, that was the right term. Yeah.